I think this is my last slide actually. There are a few things we think organisations need to really focus on to get this right, to get the revenues coming in this hyper-competitive world where we've got these consumers. In some ways it's easier to get to them than ever before, and in some ways it's harder to get the oxygen because it's very competitive real estate. So data mining is essential, and I know across this two-day conference you've got a number of speakers who are talking to you about how to monetize the data that you get and how to start collecting the data that you get from your audiences, because I imagine that most of you are on the niche end of the spectrum, and therefore that means direct communications are probably the more financially efficient form of marketing, but it rests on having good monetizable intelligence about your audience. It also relates to data security because, my God, the brand damage you can sustain if you undergo anything like a hacking incident, like Sony did with their PlayStation, just extraordinarily damaging, because we've got a media who is jumping on this pretty quickly. So data security, absolutely critical, not only to brand protection, but also to keep your audience and your consumers happy to be providing this information that is absolutely essential to most marketing objectives in the next while. Future-proofing content. So this is really, if you're thinking about producing once, publishing many times, which is the new media mantra. So even if you're in the live performance area, taking some of your content, digitising it, having it filmed, uploading it to some digital platform where it can be shared as a marketing opportunity. The idea, future-proofing content, is all about, one, using open standards, which in your case is probably likely because they're the free ones, but more importantly, making sure your material is findable. So tagging it properly, using metadata properly, because the consumption experience is not linear anymore. We have to be found. So thinking laterally, and this is about asking your audience. It's really like the lift story. We've got an audience who you might think that they're coming to see you for one thing, but actually they're coming to see you for the lift. And you have to know what it is so you can promote the lift in your metadata. End-to-end digital workflow. This is also part of that digitisation experience. Make sure that you're using the most cost-effective and efficient digital methods, because this can eat up time and it can eat up people and it can eat up bodies. And the same with digital talent management.